Cabo San Lucas, there are two predominant climates, warm weather and cold weather. The warm weather lasts for 3 to 4 months from June 17 to October 26, with an average temperature of 32 Celsius. And the cold season lasts for 3.5 months from December 7 to March 22, with an average temperature below 27 Celsius.
Water resources. The main water resources of Cabo San Lucas are water wells located around the municipality of Los Cabos and the desalination plant located in the surroundings of the city. These supply the water distribution system directed by UMSAPAS, which is the municipal operator of the potable water system. Due to constant augmentation of population, drought seasons, and inefficiency of the actual distribution system, there exist other alternatives to water supply. The use of water trucks has been popularized due to constant cuts in water supply. These go to water wells located in the outskirts of the municipality and sell the water to the private sector to ensure their water availability. Solid waste management. Cabo San Lucas is part of the municipality that produces the most waste within the state, 204,286 tons of waste per year. The state of Baja California Sur actually doesn't count with an integrated waste management system, counting 4 main phases of waste management: generation, disposal, recollection, and final disposal. The main disposal zone is within the city, and then it is taken to the final garbage dump in San Jose del Cabo. There are no other big-scale disposal systems in the city, such as composting or incineration.
The primary registered source of air pollution is waste burning, such as plastic, wheels, and garbage in general. Another source is fossil fuel combustion due to transportation. According to INEGI census in 2020, there are 25,405 automobiles in the city. Cabo San Lucas has excessive traffic, which is not the only problem. There is also the poor planning of pedestrian crossings. In addition, it has poor means of transportation, such as public buses. Los Cabos is the most populous city in Baja California Sur, with 351,111 inhabitants.
In 2018, the percentage of Cabo San Lucas' population that attended school was 85.79% between the ages of 3 and 14 years old. Meanwhile, for the people that are 15 years and older, the average level of education for primary school is 18%, middle school is 29.8%, high school is 30.1%, and for a bachelor's degree it's 17.4%. There are 3 main economic activities in Cabo San Lucas. The first one being tourism. Cabo San Lucas' tourism is based mainly on the attractions offered by its beaches, landscapes, sports fishing, hotel infrastructure, and nautical activities. In 2019, 2.8 million passengers were registered at Los Cabos International Airport, representing 83.4% of the total of 3 airports. The area has represented 3 out of every 4 rooms for visitors to Baja California Sur. The second main economic activity is fishing, and more specifically, sport fishing. This activity is the most developed activity in Cabo San Lucas, and this sport is considered the world capital of marine sport fishing. In contrast to commercial fishing, sport fishing's permits represent 90% of the total number of permits granted in the state. The last main economic activity is livestock. Cabo San Lucas is the 3rd largest beef producer in the state, with a production of 1,407.8 tons in 2018. It also represents a quarter of the state production, meaning 24.7%, with an estimated figure of 61.4 million pesos. It has been the main beef honey producing municipality. In 2018, 165.3 tons were produced, higher than previous years. This product, beef honey, represents 78.6% of the state production.
CO2 emissions. Using the average electricity consumption and gasoline use, It is quite simple to estimate the production of tons of CO2 per year in Cabo San Lucas. From the average electricity consumption, we know that every Mexican uses a total energy of 2,127 kilowatt-hour. Now, we consider that energy used in Cabo San Lucas is produced in the thermoelectric central in Punta Prieta, La Paz. According to their generating specifications, Cabo San Lucas needs 33,531 liters of fuel oil for energy to be produced. This can be translated into 909,707 tons of CO2 produced per year due to energy production. On the other hand, on average, every Mexican consumes 385 liters of gasoline per year, which translates into 181,202.3 tons of CO2 per year. For both calculations, we used emission factors provided by Semarnat in 2014, estimating a total of 1,090,909.34 tons of CO2 per year produced in Cabo San Lucas.
To determine if a city or community is sustainable or not, we have the traffic light model, where a city will be placed in a green stage if it contains all of the 8 factors that characterize a sustainable city. It will be placed in a yellow stage if it contains 3 or more of the 8 factors. And finally, it will be placed in the red if it has less than 3 factors. In Calor for our city, Cabo San Lucas, we determined that unfortunately, the city is in the red stage of the traffic light model, meaning that it has a long way to go to become a sustainable city. The city currently has around 2 of the 8 factors, since it does create reforms or apply policy change to improve their systems in regards to more sustainable material using, but they lack economic productivity as well as good social infrastructure and more construction of green zones, among other things.
It is clear that there is a lot of work to be done. The levels of CO2 consumption are really high, and there are many public policies and immediate actions that can help this situation. We think that their responsibility does belong to the government, and it is in charge of implementing sustainable and real policies that can help people to have a healthier environment. But it is also true that each of the inhabitants can contribute a little to the improvement of the city in general and to the reduction of the use of resources.